Hi, I'm Jenna and welcome to Jenna D Makeup Tutorials. This is going to be my first tutorial on the business casual look for you working women or college students that are trying to get up early in the morning and apply some makeup and look presentable throughout the day. So if you like this makeup, please stay tuned for this tutorial. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start off with a little bit of concealer above my eyelid. And I already did the left eye so you guys can see how this is so easy, especially when you're rushing to get to work. This is a good look for an everyday business casual. Now you can use a primer. I've already set the primer. I'm just going over with the concealer so I can get a good base color under my eyes. Again, when you're applying your concealer or anything around your eyes, you always want to use your ring finger. It doesn't have as many muscles as your other fingers, and it's really delicate and it's good to use for your eyes. So I'm going to use the base color Shroom from MAC, and I'm just going to apply this all over the eyelid. And it has a little bit of shine, so that's good. And I'm going to try to do this tutorial under 10 minutes. So let's see. Again, when you're talking to the camera to show you guys, it always takes a little longer. I'm going to use an angle brush now so I can apply the brown. And this is the angle brush from MAC, but it looks like this. And then I'm going to use Ludwig from Kat Von D's Sephora line. And then with the dark brown, I'm just going to go ahead and tap it. And then I'm just going to go from the outer corners of your eyes and then just kind of guide yourself to the eyelid muscle and then just outline that like that. You can always go darker. Remember, if you're going to work, it's probably going to be in the AM, so you don't want to go too dark so you don't look like you just got back from the club, or if you're going to the club. And then with kind of more open base, not as angled brush, I'm going to go ahead and use the shimmery brown, and I'm just going to apply this around the eyelid, which is good because it uses it for kind of like blending. If you want to blend, you can use your angle brush, but if not, this is kind of like, it lightens up the eye so you don't have this all dark brown. So it adds a little bit of shimmer, which I think it's really good. So once you're done, you can go back also and use again the dark brown, and you could always intensify it again so it can create dimension, because that's always good, especially when you're doing your eyes. You always want to create the illusion of having dimensions. And if you hear a bark, excuse me, it's my dog. I'll introduce him later, but he's been barking all day, so that's pretty much it for the eyes. And then with one of these, usually it's at the end of this brush, I'm going to use a dark brown again, and I'm going to go ahead and just outline the bottom of my eye. So I don't like to do eyeliner in the top so early, so I'm just going to outline the bottom just like this. It's good enough instead of doing as well as the top. This set's really nice. I'm going to use my brown eyeliner. I got this from your local drugstore, and I'm going to go inside my water line. You're just going to go in there. Try not to poke your eye. So that's good. And then I'm going to do my eyebrows really quick. As you can tell, I've already done this one, so I'm just going to go ahead and do the other one. I'm going to use the same brown as I've done my whole eyeshadow. I'm going to mix it with brown and black just because my hair is like a mixture of dark brown to almost black. So I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows. And I'm trying to show you guys and at the same time look at myself in the mirror. So bear with me. And you kind of just want to brush the strokes on. You don't want to, if you want, use an eyeliner. I prefer the eyeshadows just because it gives it more of a natural look. And there you go. Look, that one came out better than the other one. That always happens. And again, you can probably buy one of those specific eyeshadows for your eyebrows. I like to just use regular shadow. Use one of these, which is our curling lash. Oh, there's Domino, sorry. Domino, shh. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this for 5 seconds. And then, shh, Domino. I use Plush Black A30 from MAC. I have really long eyelashes, so I just need something to like kind of volumize so it can curl up. I don't need any longer. I don't want to elongate them. I have enough of that. I just need them to curl up. I'm going to go ahead and apply that. And you want to go not too fast just because you didn't do any eyeliner in the top and you don't want to smudge that on the eyelid. So this usually takes for me the longest just because you kind of have to try your hardest not to smudge your eye, which I did, and then we'll show you how to fix that. I'm going to go ahead and do the bottom. Very light. I don't want to intensify this look too much. I'm going to work. So I'm going to use this very thin brush, as you can see it. And I'm going to get, again, Shroom. And I'm just going to tap it and just go over where I smudged on the top. It works just like an eraser, so you're gonna go ahead and dab over where you messed up. And there you can see. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom out. When you wake up early in the morning and you don't have that much time and you kind of want to do something presentable for work, I went ahead and I left my bronzer and my blush, which I'm going to apply right now. So I'm going to get the bronzer. My bronzer is from Bronze Booster, and it's medium to dark because I am very tanned. So I'm going to go ahead and from your cheekbone, just guide your way through. And you kind of just want to line it. On the other side. I always go from the outside in, kind of like the natural look, and you can always go from the side of your face kind of to elongate it. And then I use True Match blush from L'Oreal, and it is minus C3-4 Tender Rose, so if you guys can see that. And I'm going to go ahead and just do the apple of my cheeks. I usually smile, I know, don't laugh. But when you do, it kind of just gets exactly the spots that you need. Just the apple of your cheeks. I'm going to apply, I just bought this from Kat Von D. It is called Coral Castle, and it's a really nice color, especially coming up for the spring. So I'm going to go ahead and just apply this on the lips. I already have a lip balm, and my lip balm that I already applied was Vanilla Buttercream Soft Candy by Treat. It's actually kosher and organic. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply the lipstick, and I'm gonna go ahead and use the chin, my chin, as an anchor. So I'm just gonna go up and down. I don't have a lip liner, but I always use the tip of the lipstick to kind of outline my lip, so it kind of looks like a lip liner. And this is the finishing look. And this is just an easy, very fun look for work. I hope I did it under less than 10 minutes. I did my eyes and my lipstick, and this is just a good business casual look for your everyday work schedule. I hope you all liked it. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and I will be glad to respond to them. Again, you can see the finished photos on my blog, lajennad.com. And you can visit my website at jennadmakeup.com. I will be posting the links below so you can click on them. Thank you for staying tuned, and until next time, bye.